What up? T-Bob here.
And Jake as well.
And look at you. You done stumbled upon little OTB Saints, where we bring you all the latest black and gold coverage.
Who are the Saints going to draft? Who's going to be their quarterback? What does the salary cap look like? All that information and more.
Hope you enjoy it. Like, subscribe. Unlike now, where you have to deal with Derek Carr being your Saints quarterback. But Jane Slater doing some great reporting on what the hell is going on with Derek Carr right now. And here are a few. I'm going to give you the high-level points, and then we're going to play an audio clip from Jane where she gets into, you know, the idea of, is he checked out, right? Is he checked out? Is he giving the middle finger to the New Orleans Saints? But here are the highlights of what she reported. First, Carr has been to NOLA twice in recent weeks to meet with team doctors. I know, relax, save all your anger till later. Just giving the facts real quick, or the facts according to, obviously, the Derek Carr camp. Saying he's been to the New Orleans twice in recent weeks to meet with the team doctor. He believed he injured his shoulders against the Giants, which I've seen a lot of people clowning about. I don't think it's that hard to believe. If it is, right, like when he leapt over, he came down on his wrist and his shoulder, whatever. Now, why is he only figuring out now? He says it's because he just started to ramp up his workload, right? That in the offseason up to this point, all he'd done is kind of soft toss with a few injured players, Alvin Kamara, and then now that he's really getting into throwing, he realizes it doesn't feel right. He does not want to have surgery on that arm because he's already had surgery on it, but he's still navigating that decision. And finally, decision expected to be made sooner rather than later. Before we get into Jane, audio clip, anything there that stands out to anybody?
Number one would definitely be the jump over the Giants game. First of all, you didn't have to do that. You're not Taysom Hill. That was.
But hold on. Don't get lost in the sauce here though, because we're not here to. We're not here to judge whether or not the jump was dumb on second down or whatever it was. Like, sure, it was dumb. That's not the point. Now, but I want to focus on his injury though. Are you calling into question whether he got hurt on that play?
No, he definitely got jacked up. Like, you got jacked up. Like, he definitely got jacked up on that play. But
what a crazy second down decision.
Yeah, like you didn't have to do that. That's not your game.
Whatever though. If you hate Derek Carr, you shouldn't be that upset about it because it's probably the thing that leads to him never playing for the Saints again.
Get the surgery. That's all I'm about to say. Get the surgery, brother. Do us all a service. Like, do us all a service, man.
Exactly. Okay, so obviously Jordan's running hot, very emotional with this. Can't be trusted to comment on it. Anything else jump out from the reported alleged facts there?
I hate to say it, but it kind of matches up, right? I mean, timeline-wise and everything. Like, if the workload thing's legit, because, like, if I'm soft-tossing with somebody in the backyard, you're not exerting a ton of energy, right? But, like, when you ramp it up, I mean, I guess it makes sense.
Do you buy the workload ramp up, Jake? I mean, to my mind, I'm with Taylor. It kind of makes sense to me.
I mean, not really.
Why not?
If you have an injury like that, it typically is going to show up somewhat, no matter what you're doing, how light it is. You're going to feel it somehow, some way.
Yeah, that makes
like it's
sense.
not going to just be feeling greased up and ready to go. And then it's like, man, when I was throwing 10 yards, I didn't feel it. But when I was going to 20 yards, that's when it really – I mean, we've all had injuries. It's like, okay, I can throw it 10 yards and I'm not dying. But when I go 20 yards, it's worse. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Same thing. Like if I got a knee injury, man, I can jog. It hurts. I can jog, but I just can't sprint. Like I'm not saying that it didn't get worse, but you knew something was there. I don't care if you're throwing a football and you got a shoulder injury, you're a quarterback. Like you're going to feel it.
Yeah, maybe he's doing like a plausible deniability situation where he knew something was there, but he also knows that this is a pretty good excuse. Where like again, we heard that. I'm like, okay, yeah, I think I buy that.
And so, or it's like, oh, that hurt, but not that bad, like Jake's talking about.
Yeah.
But then it's like, oh, this is probably manageable. Maybe it'll pass, and then it doesn't. It gets worse. I mean, there's so many things.
All right, so now, and again, the thing that I remain most upset about is the beginning of a new era, Coach Teef, and he's nowhere to be found. And here's what Jane had to say about that sentiment.
Is Carr? Why isn't he around the building? It's a new coaching staff. Why isn't he contributing more? He is the face of the franchise. Well, it's my understanding that he has been down to New Orleans twice in the last few weeks. He has met with the team doctor at the facility. Now, it's unclear if he's met with Kellen Moore in person. I know that he and Kellen Moore have at least talked, but it doesn't sound like, and I've heard this because, living here in Dallas, I've got a lot of friends that are Saints fans. I know a lot of people in New Orleans. It was beginning to feel like maybe Carr was giving them the middle finger down there. It is my understanding, according to someone close to him, that that is not the case here. He is trying to figure out what makes the most sense for his shoulder, and he is in constant communication with Mickey Loomis, but that sounds like there's going to be a decision sooner rather than later. So that's all the update that I can give you. I wish that I had more, but that's more than we've had in the last couple of weeks, Tom.
So, source close to Carr, obviously David Carr, talking to Jane. And they both work for NFL Network.
Back in the green room back there.
Here's the other thing, though. That just makes me even more angry and makes it more clear how checked out he is. Can't even confirm if he's met in person with Coach Teef?
Literally.
What's he doing?
Ooh,
You just show up and go to see the doctor? You don't even go to see Teef?
That's an issue right there. They're saying, oh, well, he's showed up multiple times in New Orleans. Why are you showing up in New Orleans? Why are you not here all the time?
Yeah, sure, exactly.
Why do you not live here where you're playing on this
the
team?
face of the franchise, not my face.
They're like, oh, well, he showed up multiple times. Does he just fly in and leave? Like, why is he not here all the time? You saw Tyler Shough throwing with his teammates. Like, where's Derek?
Yeah, and that would bother me if I'm on this team. If you're hurt, you got to be there every single
especially
day.
If you're the quarterback.
That's what I'm saying.
Alvin Kamara or something, man. And look, Kamara's proven the offseason. Whatever, he's earned that. He can do that thing. You ain't earned that, and you're the quarterback. Quarterback's just different. You have to be with the boys.
You're hurt. Sure, you have to stay there in the facility. You can now where you fly to. You don't fly into New Orleans and pop back out. No, you fly if you want to go see a specialist.
Yes,
go fly out.
Yes,
then you come back.
Yes,
then you fly out.
Yeah,
and then you come back. Like when you walk into a locker room, you got to know the quarterback's there at all times, right? When I was playing with Rivers, we'd walk in. Him and Gates are gonna be playing dominoes right there on the table as soon as we walk in.
Play the
right?
bones,
they're gonna be playing dominoes. He's gonna have it in his hand. He's gonna be talking trash. There's gonna be 3-4 people gathering around, and he's gonna be and slamming the every time he's gonna be right in the middle of the room. All right,
you little turd.
The thing with Peyton, you'd walk in with him, and Peyton would have his morning coffee. He'd have his hand in his pocket, and he'd walk to every section of the locker room and chat it up. Chop it up a little bit, bust you a little bit.
Just be ribbing.
Walk to the
just
different
do a
sections.
Morning rib session on everybody around the
every little section of the locker room. He'd walk over, whatever you were doing, he'd have a one-liner. Oh, okay, and then keep walking. And he was a quarterback, and you knew he was going to be there, and he's integrated in the team. You weren't going to beat him in the building. You weren't going to leave, after him. He was going to be the first one in, last one out. And that's the role of that position. That's why you get paid $45+ million per year. You don't get paid to pop in and out. I don't care. If you're hurt, that happens. Ish happens in the NFL with injuries.
Yeah.
But I should know that you're flying out to go see somebody, not flying in to come check in for 2 seconds and then fly back out.
Again,
it's too far down the road. If I'm on that team, it's too far down the road. Hey, bud. Hey, we moved on. Yeah. Spencer's here.
See, I was just
Tyler Shough's here.
They just have
even Jay Kaner's here doing photo shoots in the corner.
I'm about to say, so as a locker room, does that make it easier to rally around these new young quarterbacks than when Carr, was around? Because Rattler and Shough is here, like you said, and Carr is, being a mega church pastor in Vegas and all that, whatever he's doing, Carr reviews. So, does that make it easier for a locker room to be all right, we're going to rally around these guys, forget you, man. We, like you said, we moved on. We moved past that.
I mean, I think you want to rally around them, but you got to hope they're good. What's the feeling, Jake? Now, you only play with great quarterbacks, but I wonder what the feeling is when you know you have a bad one.
Yeah,
and you're like, okay, guys, everybody, put out good film because a lot of us are getting cut.
Yes.
This season's not going to go well. And we all got to look out for ourselves. Good luck, guys. I'll see you on the other side.
I am very spoiled. I've gone down the list before. I'll do it again. My first quarterback in high school, Brock Berlin, went to Florida and then Miami. My second quarterback, Brent Rawls, went to Oklahoma. My third quarterback, John David Booty went to USC. My quarterback at LSU, Jamarcus Russell, number one pick.
Yeah.
Matt Flynn, played 10 years in the league. And then I went to PR-17 and the Sheriff.
Good God.
Those are the quarterbacks since I was in high school. So very spoiled. Don't know bad quarterback play. But I do know. But also with that being said,
that's actually a crazy.
I know what it looks like. Like I know what great quarterback play looks like. I know what the responsibility of that position looks like. And somebody mentioned, I think it was Gulf South, said Drew Brees didn't live in NOLA in the offseason. He didn't. He lived in San Diego. But as soon as they said, be back on this day.
Yeah, he was there for the whole offseason.
He was
program.
there, and then he didn't leave.
Yeah.
When he lived in San Diego during the offseason, look, I came back to Baton Rouge during the offseason.
Yeah.
Offseason. It was like
It's like a few months.
it was like 6 weeks, 6, 7 weeks.
Yeah, there you go.
Back then. 6, 7 weeks, you'd come back and you'd visit family, and then you go back and you don't leave until June. And you come back for a little bit, and then you go back.
Yeah.
In July. Like that's
you
what
you get that break between is it mini camp and training camp? Yeah.
Yeah, you get a little that's your last hey,
OTAs.
you get 3 weeks, hey, go get it out of your system because once you come back,
And
we're
also,
locked in.
Breeze would also meet up with the receivers somewhere, even in
He'd
that
fly
period.
them out. We'd fly them out to San
there.
Diego.
Yeah. And then would Manning do the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Weren't they always doing it like Duke or somewhere?
He'd go to Duke, and then he'd ask us all to come to Manning Passing Academy down in Thibodeau.
Okay, there you go.
So like me, Jacob Tammy, Wes Welker, Decker, DT, we all went down to Thibodeau, and we would throw with Peyton, but also throw with the college quarterbacks there too.
Decker.
Yeah.
He looked good naked.
Hairy. He's a hairy son of a gun.
Really?
Yeah, he's a hairy son of a gun.
That's pretty cool, actually, because I always think of him as being pretty manly. So, like, that actually.
He's got lumberjack, you know?
Oh, sick. Wow.
Yeah,
More attractive than I thought.
Crazy question, man.
Not
Not from T-Bob.
No, this tracks.
Not you, Derek Carr. You're probably like a lizard. You know, just hairless,
There's no doubt.
slimy.
There's no doubt.
Is he easily like the most hated Saints player that y'all can remember?
Eli Apple.
Yeah.
Oh
Eli's up
God,
there.
actually,
Eli's up
Eli
there.
Apple. Still, I'm going to say Apple because it's very easy to become hated as a quarterback.
Yeah.
It is actively tough to be as disliked as a corner as Eli Apple was. Like
He also stepped on an ant pile with it, like by dissing the city. He's like, "Oh
Yeah, all
man,
the
the
time.
food sucks. People are bumpkins." Like he brought upon himself and being trash.
Annie, if you're listening though, I still love you, boo.
Oh, my God.
I still love you, Annie. I know you don't like me, but I love you.
Brandon Browner.
Yeah,
I'm about to say
Yeah.
Jerry's Bird.
Carr
maybe.
definitely shaves his body hair. Scott's right.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Without doubt.
He's got a slip and slide on his legs. There ain't a hair in sight. Not one.
Wow, just amazing black and gold takes right there, Jake.
I don't think I've ever heard any takes that are better than the two guys that just gave you that take.
And you can keep getting them by going ahead and liking, subscribing, ringing the bell to get notifications when we post. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next OTB Saints.